After 2 weeks on the famed grass courts, Wimbledon closed out with a history-making performance from Roger Federer. Federer dominated his opponent Marin Cilic in straight sets, 6-3, 6-1, 6-4. It was a historic win, not only because it was Federer's 8th title, the most ever at Wimbledon, but also because of his age. Federer is the oldest ever to win there. He turns 36 next month. Joining me now is CBS Sports columnist and host of Reiter Than You, Bill Reiter. Bill, welcome.
Thank you.
So this was not even close. Talk about Roger Federer's domination, basically.
It was one of the most astounding sports accomplishments I've ever seen, not just because of his age, but you're right, he destroyed Cilic. It was hard to watch. There was a blister injury that he had in the second set. Cilic got really emotional, started crying during the Wimbledon finals, which we've never seen before. Roger Federer, even at an advanced age, he's basically 80 in tennis years.
This shouldn't be. Say advanced age. Can we just point out his birthday is, he's going to turn 36. So we say advanced age with like a wink in our eye, right?
This used to be a sport where 17 and 18-year-olds could go out and dominate and kind of make their mark and announce they were going to be tennis stars. For a soon-to-be 36-year-old, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, and so what does he basically, what does this win do to sort of cement the legacy that is Roger Federer?
You know, I talked to Serena Williams and Andy Roddick about this a few days ago. He is now, Roger Federer, unequivocally the greatest of all time. He now has 19 Grand Slams. Nadal had gotten pretty close at 15. Maybe there was a chance that Nadal, who's 31, could have won a few more French Opens. Djokovic had this astounding year not that long ago. He's at 12. I think it means that Roger Federer will be the greatest tennis player for a very, very long time.
I mean, what happens now, though? You think he'll continue to dominate? You think at his quote-unquote advanced age it's time to retire?
I think he's going to keep going. This is his second. He won the Australian as well. And what Andy Roddick explained to me is even when Federer was young, there was an ease with his swing. There's just a fluidity and a smoothness that you don't see in a lot of tennis players. He generates a lot of power without being a lot of torque on his body. And that means he can probably keep doing this for longer than he should.
Let's talk about the women's final. Venus Williams could not quite make history herself. What happened there?
You know, it kind of went the other direction, the opposite of Federer. She actually had an opportunity, double break point in that first set. She did not win another game when she failed to capitalize. And you know, I'm not being critical, but that was more of an emotional injury than it was a physical one. She has the car accident that happened several weeks ago where a woman died in a car wreck where Venus we don't think is at fault, but it's been something that you could tell sort of overpowered her, I think, in that final Wimbledon match. And she just wasn't able to recover both sort of the pressure of the moment and a lot of things have been going on.
Yeah, I remember that news conference. It was so rare to see her emotional. She's never like that.
The Williams sisters are always very reticent and very private. Even talking to Serena, she was nice, but she clearly would rather be doing anything other than talking about herself or to the media. Venus is like that as well. It was a very rare thing to see.
Well, one theme here with both Federer and Williams, you have two players at the top of their game, but as we talked about, they are quote-unquote old here by tennis standards. I mean, what does that say about the state of the game? Anything?
Yeah, I think it's the state of athletics. I mean, we just had Tom Brady win a Super Bowl. He turns 40 pretty soon. You're just talking to folks. Athletes understand not just that there's a lot more money at stake, but if they take care of their bodies, if they treat their bodies like an instrument, they can play much, much longer into their lives. It's not working for me, but it's working for these folks.
All right. Bill Reiter, thanks so much for stopping by, Bill. Appreciate it.